What is up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans. Make sure you guys rack up those likes and bring everybody in. And go over the schedule really quick, see what we're going to cover today, and then we'll go through all the lives, see how everybody's doing. Hopefully everything's running smoothly. I'm still trying to get used to this smaller monitor. I'm used to sitting in front of a big 40-inch TV. Gotta use my eyeballs. So today we're going to be covering a video titled, "This is all the Democrats have nowadays," talking about old man Walter. That's their only hope. That's their Obi-Wan Kenobi, which makes very little sense, but 'tis what it is. Then we have a video titled, "A Slap in the Face, Old Man Walter Ripped for Inviting the Tennessee Three to the White House," talking about the people from the Tennessee House, whatever they are, state representatives that were protesting a couple weeks ago. 2 of them got expelled, and then the woman of the 3 went out there and said it was based on skin color, so they had to bring them all back. Now they're all invited to the White House. Not the victims from the shooting that happened in Nashville, but the people who are protesting, they get invited to the White House. People aren't real happy about that. Then we have a video titled, "Something Strange is Going On in Texas." It says UFO investigator. They keep finding mutilated livestock, which has been happening forever. It's been happening forever. Strange stuff. Why not keep the UFO stuff going? Let's just keep it going. Why not? They also have newly released Pentagon UFO footage attached to that video. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about all of that. I figured we'll just cover it. And then we have a video titled, "This is the Death of Fox News," talking about Tucker Carlson no longer being a part of Fox News. And then we'll be wrapping things up with a video titled, "Couldn't Have Happened to a Better Guy. AOC Celebrates Tucker Carlson Leaving Fox News." That's how we'll be wrapping everything up. So now I'm going to read through the chat, make sure everybody is doing good, make sure everything is running smoothly, and then we'll go ahead and get everything started. What's up, Sean T? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Damon Walker? What's up, F-Body Bill? What's up, Amy? What's up, Matthew? What's up, No Mandates? What's up, GQ? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Appreciate you guys being here. What's up, Patriots Larry and is it Shayna? Let's see. Out here welding around some cattle as we speak, waiting on the UFOs. At least you're ready. At least you're ready to go. Appreciate you being here. Mike Jr. is stealing all of our cow hoo-has. They need to stop. I don't think that's necessarily what's going on. Something like that. What's up, Kevin? What's up, B? Let's see. What's up, Impreza? Happy freedom. What? Oh. What's up, Ipso? What's up, C Bravo? C Bravo, livestock equals AOC, something like that. Something like that. What's up, OGBT? What's up, Malia? How'd Wandering the Wasteland go last night? It was fine. It was fine. For some reason, we had like 30 people unsubscribe. People get so mad. I cover the news. People show up. I go play the game. Everybody leaves. I don't know. People are fickle. But I had fun. We're going to play Forza tonight. We're going to play the car game tonight. We're going to take votes on what car to drive and what color we're going to paint it, and we're going to make it fun today. That'll be happening probably 10 o'clock tonight Eastern time. What's up, Havoc? Happy freedom. What's up, Jim? What's up, Annette? Appreciate you being here. Yeah, LGBT. That's what we're going to be playing is Forza 5. Hillbilly at heart. Joe Biden's flying the UFO. In his dreams. In his dreams he is. What's up, Tim? Kevin, what's the strange yellow thing in the sky? Oh, that's the sun. That's how people in Michigan feel. That's how it's going. What's up, everyone on the JeffMAC Live YouTube channel? The secret YouTube channel. What's up, Nino? That's probably not what it is. Nini, maybe? What's up, of 5? Appreciate you being here. What's up, Linus? Happy freedom. Let's see. I got chats all over 2 different monitors. What is this? Kick makes me like set everything up all over again after I go live. There's like no pre-staging for Kick. What's up, everyone on Twitch? Holy moly, you guys showed up and filled the chat up. What's up, Annie? What's up, Mr. Beansy Beans? What's up, Grey Wolf? Oh my god. Can you hear Google? Google's trying to listen to what we got going on over here. What's up, Snugs? Happy freedom. Making sure I got all of this. I got this camera cord in my way. I can't read anything. Mr. Beansy Beans. Yeah, AOC, she drives me crazy. She thinks she's so important. Over nothing. Over nothing. What's up, everyone on Kick? I don't know. I like Kick, but nobody watches on Kick. I don't know what that's about. I wonder if most of their viewers are bots. That's what a lot of social media stuff is. They run their stuff with bots, so it looks like there's stuff going on, trying to bring in people to actually participate, but there's never anything going on Kick. What's up, everyone on Odyssey? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Sam? Happy freedom. Sam, do you use an iPhone? I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with the website, and I'm wondering if it's an Apple thing. What's up, everyone on Rumble? Appreciate you guys being here. What's up, Rasta? What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Lifelike? What's up, Joe? What's up, Dutton? What's up, Rebel Rex? What's up, Tree Herder? What's up, Tree Crazy? Finally got on Rumble. Glad to hear it. I was gonna say, I don't think I've seen you over on Rumble. Made it through. What's up, everyone on jeffmaclive.com? Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get this first video started. It's titled, "This is All Democrats Have Nowadays." Talk about old man Walter. Old man Walter. It's not it's not my final hope, I know that. It's not my Obi-Wan.
Look who's here now. We need this guy, Governor Mike Huckabee, former governor of Arkansas, father of the current governor. But let's not get too bogged down with titles. Governor, the headline in the Washington Post this morning. Look at this. Democrats reluctant about Biden 2024, but they see no other choice. Seems like there's not a great deal of enthusiasm, Governor.
Well, there's not. It's the old story of the optimist that was falling off a 100-story building, and somebody heard him say at the 80th floor, "So far, so good." I mean, I think that that's all the Democrats have these days, is they're just saying, well, we got Joe. I mean, let's face it, Stu. Joe wasn't even awake when this video was released. He was still sound asleep. He'll get up in a couple of hours and say, "Did it run?" And they'll say, "Yes, Joe, it did." But if you listen to it, honestly, even in the video, he sounds not like somebody who is going somewhere. He sounds like somebody who's sorry that he's been. And I want to just mention this real quickly. That picture of the Target store in San Francisco, to me, says everything one needs to know about Democrats in power. This is how they look at life. They'd rather lock up the merchandise than the people who are stealing it. And that's why we need a serious change in this country.
I'm going to steal that line, Governor, and use it a little later in the show. That was a good one, and I do that. What do you make of the role of Kamala Harris? I mean, she's on this team. What do you make of this role? What do you make of this duo going forward?
She's the only person I know whose own speeches are so bad that they make Joe's look coherent. She's the person that they ship off to foreign countries where she gets into word salad that is best described as chop salad because it doesn't make any sense.
Hold on, Governor, I raised this issue.
Have never seen...
But I'm sorry to interrupt you. I really hate to do that. Yeah. But it seems the country is in danger here. We've got a president who is 80 years old and he is infirm, and a vice president in whom there's very little confidence in this country. I think the country is in danger that something, heaven forbid, happens to President Biden.
Yeah, we all pray every day that he somehow hangs on because, you know, the person in the bullpen is not exactly able to throw pitch across the plate. I think that's really a concern. But, you look at the bigger picture here. Joe Biden has really no record to run on. He can scream all he wants about MAGA Republicans, but a lot of us would love to see the day when the border was secure. We were doing really historic things in the Middle East. Regulation was under control. Taxes were being cut. Businesses were bringing back manufacturing jobs. And we were energy independent for the first time in 75 years. I'll take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Old man Walter, he's gonna save the day, huh? Is that what's gonna happen? I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna be old man Walter to save us. I don't know. I've been wondering who's gonna run for blue team besides old man Walter, but it sounds like they don't have anybody. I sure don't want to hear Hyena Harris take over, like they were saying at the end there, and give it to Hyena Harris if something happens to old man Walter. Nah, I don't think that'd be any good. She's not good at anything. Lying. She's got calluses on her knees. She's not good at much else. And like he said, they'd rather lock up the merchandise than lock up the people stealing it. That's true. That is true stuff. We see it so much. Crazy sauce. Let's see. Reading through the chat. I appreciate you, Malia. There's a few of you hooligans that are here for both. Here for the news and for the gaming. I really appreciate that. I gotta have both. I gotta have something fun to do. Covering the news is fine, but doing the news and nothing else is like... On Sunday when it's time to recharge my batteries, it's really hard to recharge my batteries. It's like I don't have anybody to have any fun with, really. So that's why I like playing the game and stuff, because then we all get to hang out and recharge the batteries. It's good. We're doing it on a daily basis. It's good stuff. Mercy Ray and the gaming content is giving me life. I'm glad to hear it. That is so awesome. It sucks because it feels like we have an awesome live covering the news, and I make some food and take care of some life stuff, and then we come back and we game it up and have fun, and then we get off the live and I check my stats and 50 people walk out the door. And it's like, why? Like, we're doing awesome things over here. Why are people leaving? I don't get it. But I appreciate all of you that stay. You guys are awesome. What's up, Steve? Happy freedom. GQ, where's Rumble? It's there. Rumble's there. There's people there. Even Trigger Crazy's there. It's there. I think Rumble takes a second to kick over. Seems like everybody stops in on YouTube and hangs out for a bit, and it's like a checkpoint on the way to Rumble. So Rumble takes a second. Tis but tis. What's up, Hydrodynamic? Happy freedom. Mike Jr. Rumble chat is rough. I think they're working on it. There's been a couple hooligans that have said that it's working on the app and stuff now, which it wasn't. So I don't know. Depends what you're using. What's up, Damon Walker? Did you hear about the shapeshifter that they want? Wait a minute. They want a pepper spray. What? No, I have not heard anything about that. I've seen that there's a shapeshifter in Montana, some political person or something that I don't know a whole lot about it. I just know that they were either elected or something. I don't know a lot about it. I just seen it when I was digging through videos before we went live, and they said a whole bunch of stuff that I can't show, so I just left. Just dipped out. Hopefully that all just goes away. Let's see. What's up, Big Mikey? Happy freedom. Trigger Crazy, you're omnipresent. Ipso. I was sitting there reading OMW. I was like, what is that? It's Old Man Walter. I like that. That's awesome. Weekend at Bernie's. I don't know. There's so much stuff I want to say about it, but I can't talk about it because goofy community guidelines. It's almost like it'll be his first time running, because there wasn't a whole lot of running going on last time. Donald, Old Man Walter's growing his hair out. He's got like this mullet thing going on, and I don't know why they're doing that. He's like all see-through up here, and then it's just locks blowing in the breeze. As he is staring off into the distance, wondering if that's crap in his pants. I don't know. I don't know why they make him look like that. He already is squinting at everything. Can barely speak. Just hook him up with a greasy mullet. Call it a day, I guess. I don't know. What's up, Firmus? This violates my vow to never watch Fox again. I don't know how much Fox we have. I go by the titles. I don't go by who is showing what. I just go, oh, that sounds interesting, and then I watch it. Oh, let's see. Getting through the chat here. Chris, in every single photo of old man Walter, he's always looking like he's crapping himself. Good lord. I swear. He's just staring off in the distance. What is that? Is that pudding in my pants? Tucker Carlson almost makes the same face though. They got some similarities in that stare. They got some similarities going on. Orange Scuba, Kennedy's running. Is Kennedy blue team? I did see that he's running. The speech I came across didn't sound great. The words were fine. His voice just didn't carry. It was like not good. It was not good. It was almost like a second old man Walter. What's up, John? Yeah, I don't know. I'm surprised that this UFO cattle situation is circulating the way that it is. Because I've seen a bunch of videos talking about it. So it must be some sort of distraction from something else. Otherwise, they wouldn't put so much spotlight on it. What's up, Lone Wolf? Yeah, I don't know anything about Kennedy Jr. I seen a live of him talking. He was talking about things that we can't show on YouTube. And it was like an hour long. So I didn't show it. That was like a week ago or something like that. And then I haven't really seen anything since. I don't know anything about him. I don't know what team he plays for. And we have a couple people that are running and saying good things that we all want to hear, but will they actually do it? Will they actually follow through? God only knows. Hydrodynamic, he can save these nuggets. Maybe. Maybe he can. Well, I'm glad you dig it, Snooks. Klaus Daniels. Putting your 2 cents on it, are you? Donald, blue team, yes. Yes. Blue team would elect a shapeshifter for sure. Definitely. What's up, Robert? Happy freedom. What's up, Soul for Real? Appreciate you being here. Ted. The VP's good at laughing. She's good at using her throat. We could say that. What's up, MT Coiner? Happy freedom. What's up, Toy Mafia? What's up, Big Chap? Look at everybody showing up last minute. Oh. Let's see. I don't know how to say your name. We'll go with Chief. What's up, Chief? NS. Wow, your subs are dropping. I bet it's YouTube. 50 per day. Or not unsubscribing. I bet money on it. We have been losing 200 subscribers every 14 days for 6 weeks now. I don't know why. I don't know why, but it's happening. YouTube says they don't know why. They say they're like, you got to go live more. How much more can I go live? Like, I don't understand. They're saying it's not them, but I don't know. That's what's so weird. It's so weird. We all hang out. We have a good time. It seems all good. And then I get off the live, and then my numbers are down 50 people. Every day. It's like every time I go live almost. It's like, wow, how could I be so good at pushing people away? How could I do that? Where did I learn these skills? I don't know. Seems like something weird's going on. Donald, he thinks he's a girl. Oh, I wonder. Lost track what you're responding to. MT Coiner, I live in Montana, just found out about the resident shapeshifter. Yeah. And people are mad. There's like 20 people or something that are mad that this third party individual is catching flack You know, there's people out there with their rainbow flags and all that, being all mad, whatever. What's up, Tara? Happy freedom. Mike, yeah, I wouldn't want to go live if there wasn't a chat. I just like hanging out with everybody. I see on a lot of lives, people who are hosting the live won't even talk to the chat. I feel like that's so boring. You just sit there and just talk at the camera. I'd rather talk to people. Impreza, Klaus D on catnip would be fun. He's dangerous. He's dangerous. You get him all wound up on the catnip, and he's got big hands and long talons. He's dangerous. He starts running through the house. You gotta pick your feet up, because if he runs across your feet, he's gonna gash you open. He's a threat. Klaus Daniels. He's around here somewhere. Tang Clan. New Tang Clan. Interesting. Yeah. It wasn't a password situation. I don't know. I downloaded a virus, but the virus wasn't attacking my computer. It was attacking my browser. And I didn't even know that was a thing. So I'm like trying to clean the computer, and it's having trouble detecting things. And then I'm going on Chrome, and I'm typing stuff into Chrome, and then whatever I'm interacting with, all of a sudden that goes down. Somebody hacks it or whatever. And it's because they were monitoring my Chrome browser. So now I don't use it, just as an extra layer of security. But it wasn't a password thing, because they were even bypassing security features, like sending codes to my phone, or prompting apps on my phone, or sending passwords to my email. They were bypassing all of that. So they were just hacking me, but it seems to have calmed down, thank God. I actually can sleep now. It took like 2 weeks before I could actually go to sleep, because I'd start falling asleep and my phone would ding, and I'd think, oh, I'll check it in the morning, and I'm like, oh no, what if something bad's happening? I'd have to jump up, scramble, grab the phone, what's going on? Oh, it's a spam email. Try to go back to sleep, 5 minutes later, do it all over again. It was not good, but I can actually sleep now. I was getting a little weird. There for a minute. Going too long without sleep is not good. Mike Jr., even the big shows don't read the comments, but they're starting to. Yeah, because I don't know how they even know what's going on with the people watching if they don't interact with them. Kevin to hide the electrodes. Robert, apparently Fox drinks Bud Light. You know they do. Firmish, shop teacher in Canada's, shapeshifter. I still haven't seen one in person. I don't know what that's going to be like. I mean, I'm not like looking forward to it. I know they exist, I just haven't seen it in person, so I'm just like bracing myself for it. Mike Jr. could do interviews. I've thought about doing interviews and stuff, but I have to worry about what everybody says because of the goofy community guidelines. I want to do call-ins and stuff. I haven't done that yet, but I want to do that through the website. People can call me through the website, and then we'll chat it up on the live. We won't be able to do that on YouTube, though. We'll have to do it on Rumble and all the other platforms. Let's see. Wesley, old man Walter doesn't have time for haircuts. He's too busy saving the world. That's what they act like. They act like he's out here doing big things. I don't know about that though. What? Elisa, what are you talking about? My goodness. What time is it? You guys are getting graphic in the chat. Thought I was looking at Rumble for a second there. Hey, I appreciate you, Steve. Yeah, I think when we play Forza tonight, I think it's going to be fun because I have a bunch of ideas of how we're going to let the chat make decisions, and then we'll go race the car and, you know, go ham and stuff. We'll run it through a bunch of races, and then we'll pick a new car, and new colors, and new strategies. I have a bunch of ideas, and that way everybody in the chat can be involved with playing the game. I think it's going to be fun tonight. Hillbilly at heart. He dropped chocolate ice cream down his pants. That's what they tell him so he doesn't cry while the cameras are rolling. That's how they let him know. Glenn Welch. Chocolate chips in his drawers. Something like that. Something like that. Uh-oh, my mouse died. Oh, it's back again. My mouse is like those old TVs where it stops working. You just go up and give it a couple paps up on the side, get it running again. You guys remember that? You can't do that to these flat screens. They can't handle it. They're soft. They're made by softies. Big chap. He's a Democrat. His voice is all jacked up from throat cancer, I believe. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Kennedy Jr. running, so that's a pretty good crash course right there. Mitchell, tapioca undies. You guys, you guys are killing me. You're killing me. Malia, I switched to Rumble and it won't let me comment. It says forbidden. I don't know. I don't know what that is. You're the first person to get that I've seen. I'll see what everybody says here in a second over on Rumble. Kevin, what'd Camilla say when she woke up under a cow? When did you five guys get here? You're terrible. You're terrible. That's just another day for her. You see all these politicians over at the White House and Congress and all that, they're always kissing each other and stuff. Like on the face, like up front. Not like being nice British stuff, like kissing each other. They're weird. They're a bunch of weirdos. They're starting to bring that stuff out in the open. All that weird stuff they do on the weekends over on the island and stuff, they're starting to just do that out in the open because they know that we're not going to do anything. We know that it's happening. They know that we know that it's happening. They're just going to do it in front of us at this point because we're not going to do anything about it. They're a bunch of weirdos. No mandates. You're telling too much truth. Could be. I don't know how it's not YouTube pulling subscribers like that. I don't understand how it wouldn't be. There's no way that I'm pushing everybody away to that degree. Or that many people care. 50 people a day unsubscribing. Most people are like, hey, I've been subscribed to you for 3 years. I haven't watched you at all. But I just decided to stop by today and say hi. Which is fine. That's totally fine. I understand people got other things to do. Sit here and watch me. But it's not like they unsubscribed because of not watching me for 3 years or whatever. Like it's a little too proactive. I feel like it's got to be YouTube doing it. But they won't admit to it. What's up, Glimmer of Freak? Happy freedom. What's up, Adrian? I appreciate you being here. Mike Jr., they want you to dance. No, not doing that. Not doing that. This isn't the right platform for that. They want me to twerk for freedom. No, they'd be mad if I was twerking for freedom. They'd ban me. They'd be like, this guy's throwing it back for freedom. You gotta get him out of here. It's too much influence. What's up, Sassy Italian? Happy freedom. Mainer. The only channel I've unsubscribed from is Fox. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have channels that I've been subscribed to for years that I don't even watch. Stuff, they put out videos, I don't have time to watch it or whatever. I don't go, oh, I didn't watch your last 6 videos. I want to go over there and unsubscribe from your channel. Like, I don't care that much. It's like a collection. I'm collecting channels, and I assume everybody's like that. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know. Robert, are you signed into Rumble? It won't let you chat if you're without being signed in. Just a thought. Oh, that could be. That could be. Oh, come on, brain. I can't remember who was having the issue. Was it Malia? I can't remember now. Yeah, you do have to be signed in order to chat on Rumble. That could be what's going on. I've never seen it say forbidden though. I don't know. It's changing every day. Who knows? What's up, Status Quo? Happy freedom. Yeah, you're right. She's the throat goat. Ina Harris, she's the throat goat. She I don't know if she realizes. We need to get her a gold sash. Let her know. Let her know that we know. Kevin, they're called murder mittens. Yeah. Klaus Daniels, his paws need to be licensed as a weapon. He's got the murder mittens for real. And he cut them talons down. Jay, do you play DayZ? If you don't, you should get it. We could survive together. Hooligans and DayZ. Yeah, I have played it. I'm not good at it at all. Who is like the master at DayZ. We had a DayZ chat on Gilded, but we turned it into the gaming chat. But yeah, Who he's like master DayZer. I'm not good at playing with keyboard and mouse, and when you play DayZ, if you play with a controller, you're at a huge disadvantage. There's too much stuff to do to have it all done with your thumbs. We'll play it eventually. I haven't been eager to put it on because everybody's just gonna watch me kick the bucket over and over again, but kind of already do that now with Warzone and whatnot. What's up, Lion's Heart? Happy freedom. Mitchell, I found a black kitty and he pees on everything. Should I name him R. Kelly? That's just wild. That's, it's not good. Thing about cats though is if they pee on stuff, they'll never stop. They'll always do that. I don't want to say bad cats, but it's kind of like a defected. I don't know what the correct term is. I know if I get a cat and he pees on stuff, I don't own a cat anymore. I know that's how that goes because they don't change. Once they start peeing on stuff, it's all done. What's up, Drunken Spider? Yeah, I've seen that. A lot of people won't respond to the chat unless you send them a super chat. That stuff's boring. It's boring. I just want to hang out. You don't need to pay me to talk to me. That's so pompous. I won't talk to you unless you guys send me money. I don't know. I've never been built like that. It's weird stuff. Let's see. Damon Walker. Yes. I'm telling you, that is not a wide known thing. These viruses that you get, these key lockers or whatever they call them, there's phrases for all this stuff where they jack your passwords and your cookies and all your good stuff on your computer so they can steal your identity. People talk about wiping the computer and software to use and all this, stuff to look for, but there's not widespread information that these hackers are hacking your browsers. They're not sitting on your computer waiting for you to do stuff. They're using your browser. So when you use the browser and you build history, you build cookies, they save your passwords, they save your usernames. They're jacking that information, not from your desktop and all of that. It's like a third-party hack job. And I feel like there's not enough awareness to that. I was sitting here forever cleaning my computer, 3 days, like 30 hours of sitting here doing that, just to find out, I bet if I stop using Chrome, everything's going to be fine. Chrome and Mozilla, I think it is. Chrome and Mozilla, they're highly attacked. But if you get Mozilla has a new feature where you can do a master password on your cookies. So if you do download a virus or whatever, you get hacked, they can't even access your cookies and your passwords and stuff because Mozilla has a master password set up for it. But when I did run Mozilla and then ran Tron, I think it was, for looking for viruses, they found viruses that were trying to latch on to Mozilla. So these hackers are looking for people that use Chrome and people that use Mozilla. I don't know if they're attacking Safari or not, but I know they're trying to attack those two browsers. So I'm glad you're able to benefit from my learning experience. But yeah, there definitely isn't enough information or enough awareness to that. Malia, I wasn't surprised by Bud Light. They've been pretending to be for years. Yeah, all those big corporations, they're all going soft. All of them are. Because they think that's what the younger generations, that they think that's what's going to appeal to them. Because you got to keep bringing in new customers, younger customers. If you can get young customers, there's a chance they'll be customers until they're old. And so if you can bring in a younger audience, they might stick with you for decades. And so they're trying to appeal to these younger generations, and they think by becoming third party, being a shapeshifter and stuff, that's going to be what sells the product. But they don't realize these younger generations don't have money. They don't have money because they don't want to work. They don't want to work because they want everything for free. And when they don't get stuff for free, they're oppressed. Like, how do you sell anything to these people? They're not happy. They're not happy and they don't have money. You can't sell anything to them. That's why it doesn't make any sense. They're turning their backs on the people who are actually loyal to the brand to try and sell to a bunch of kids that are ungrateful and don't even, know their head from their ass. It's a rough spot we're in right now. And they can't read and write. Almost every day we cover an article where we got people talking about schools where 100% of the school can't do math up to standard for their grades. What the heck are you doing? What are you doing at school all day? You go to school 8 hours a day. You can't read or do math. What are you doing all day? Learning about CRT and stuff like that. Nonsense that doesn't help you in life. It's rough stuff. What's up, Jeffro? Happy freedom. I'm doing pretty good. I hope you are too. Let's see. Mike Jr., you'd be through the roof already if they didn't slow you down. I don't know. I feel like I'm too genuine. I feel like that's what happens. I hit like a ceiling because I try to stay true to what I believe. So, I'll be talking about pro-gun rights and stuff like that, and everybody's like, green lighting it. And then I'll turn around and say, well, it doesn't matter if you're red team or blue team because I don't play sides. And then everybody leaves. Everybody's like, oh, I didn't want to hear that. And then they leave. And I think because I'm so genuine, I hit a ceiling, and I can't break through it because if you look at these major brands, any major brand, anything, Fox, CNN, Crowder, right? Candace Owens, any of these people, they get to a certain point and then they just start selling you hopes and dreams. They say, well, people on the red team like hearing these things. My audience is primarily red team. I'm going to say all the same talking points as everybody else that sells to the red team. And next thing you know, they're sellouts. They're out there just grifting just to get views, just to get donations, just to get money. I don't care about that stuff. I should. As a business model, I should, but I don't. I care about being true to myself. And I feel like if I'm honest and I'm genuine and I just am myself, I'm going to have the best time while I'm working. You're not at work if you're having fun. The best way to have fun is do what you like to do. Be the person you want to be. You don't want to be controlled. Nobody does. Be who you are. And that way, if people stick around and hang out with you and stuff while you're being yourself and you're not selling them hopes and dreams, they like you for being you, not for what you're selling. And if people like you, they're going to like what you're selling because you're you and they already like you. And so I don't know if that makes sense to everybody, but that's what I hold near and dear to me. Stay true to myself. Everything else will fall in line. And there's plenty of you hooligans like I see hang out with me during the news and then they hang out with me during the game because it's not about what we're selling. It's about hanging out, being cool. And I think that's what matters most. I have no intentions of selling hopes and dreams and playing red team, blue team. I'm just the way God made me. It's just the hooligan I am. Let's see. I'm so far up the chat. You guys are way ahead of me. Holy moly, where are we at? There we are. Jeffro Tucker was pushed out because of his J6 coverage. Murdoch got scared and canned him. Something. He gave a speech on Friday talking about being disappointed in people and being disappointed in media, people being fake, people going along with the agenda even though they don't agree with it. He gave that speech and some people think it had to do with talking like that, being so honest. That's what got him canned, but I don't know. We have 2 videos near the end that are talking about it, so it should be good. I think Tucker Carlson's good. Come out with his own stuff. He should just come out on Rumble. I think he should just start a show and just come out on Rumble. I bet he'd do well right off the rip. Mr. Average. Yeah, I got DayZ, and I have the mod launcher too. Maybe one of these days I'll link up with Who Through and we'll play DayZ, because watching me play DayZ on my own is trash. I'm just slinking around trying to find stuff in the houses. But when I played with Who Through the last time, he's a pro. He's got all the cash. He knows how to do everything. And we'll get together and play. hydrodynamic. We need to do call-ins live, maybe Zoom calls. Yeah, through the website we have the ability to call each other, and we can video call each other. I don't know, we'd have to build up to the video call. Because it just depends. There's certain things that can't be shown. I mean, Rumble and Odyssey would probably allow it. I don't know where the line is for Kick. And then Twitch, I'm on my third strike. If I get something bad on Twitch, I'm just gone. But we definitely wouldn't be able to do that on YouTube. The community guidelines are too strict. Somebody'd call in, they'd say one wrong thing, and the whole channel's gone. Can't risk it. Let's see. What's up, Grace? Happy Freedom. Thanks for being here. Mike, they're having to make more and more desperate moves. Yeah, I don't know. I think that they're starting to lose where ground zero is. And so we're seeing blue team just come out and be honest about things and not realize it. Like, you know, people saying the quiet part out loud. I think we're starting to see more and more of that. Hillbilly at Heart, watching you run through Fallout 4, getting blown up every 30 seconds made me want to play, so I played till 3:30 in the morning. You need to get your power suit. Yeah, I played the game for like 8 years, and by the time I got leveled up, I've been leveled up for years. So every time I play, I'm used to like running into battle and getting shot 300 times and not dying and stuff like that. And I think I got just softened up by that. And then starting the game over again, I'm just running into battle and then getting smoked, and I'm like, huh, that's weird. Just not used to that. Just gotta play more. That's all it takes. Gotta play more. No, Trick Crazy, we're not freestyling right now. I appreciate you, Mr. Average. Adrian, I've heard of other YouTubers that don't go live say the same thing about losing 50 subs a day. They do what they want, like big government. Yeah, I wonder, because every time I talk to YouTube about that, they're always like, oh, well, we're banning spammers, spam accounts. Maybe that's what it is. Like, okay, well, can you stop doing that? Like, and they won't tell me. They won't tell me what a spam account is. And then I'll see people, like, I'll see Hooligans show up that I know them by name, and they're like, hey, I have to resubscribe to your channel. What's going on? Like, well, apparently YouTube thinks you're a spam account. I don't know. Donald, Antifa needs Dr. Squatch. They need a lot of things. They need to stop smoking meth. That's what they need to do. They need to stop smoking all that meth. Straighten them right out. I love that Dr. Squatch stuff. I got 6 or 7 bars of soap in the bathroom right now from you guys sending me stuff. I love it. I wanted to be, like, do affiliate marketing for Dr. Squatch, but I can't get a hold of affiliate links. Let's see. What's up, Space Baby? I appreciate you being here. Malia, I haven't gone through my subscriptions in like 8 years. I'm collecting them like Pokemon. I'm the same way. The main JeffMAC channel is from like 2009 or 2007 or something. So I have channels I've subscribed to when I was like 18 or something like that. And I don't go through and unsubscribe from them. They're there for when I need them, when that day comes. Snooks, yeah. Heina Harris, she's the throat goat in charge. I don't know if she knows that. When you get through all the throaty experts, you got to face her. She's the throat goat. Edward, she wouldn't gag on the Titanic. I'm saying, throat's got calluses. It's not good. It's not good. Edward, Fallout's entertaining. It is when you're not getting blown up every 5 seconds. I wasn't doing so hot yesterday. It was a death fest. It was something. Hydrodynamic, you're twice as funny when I'm high. Where were you on 420? Were you here on 420? Let's see. Adrian, We offer gaming parties at the theater. I'm always on about. Imagine playing on a huge screen. That would be awesome. That would be awesome to play at the theater. I always wanted to get one of those projectors and then project on the wall and play the game or watch TV or whatever, but a lot of people say that like home projectors aren't very good. The lines aren't crispy. Hydrodynamic, just call Hillary. She'll straighten you out real quick. You only gotta do it one time. It only takes one time. What's up, Dolly? Happy freedom. Edward, did you try malware bytes? I ran... It's called iExplorer now, but it used to be like Kill All or something, so it kills all your running apps. And then Hitman Pro, Malware Bytes, what is this? ADV Cleaner, and then whatever this is. No, it won't tell me what it is. Norton Power Eraser. And then I would run Tron. So I ran all of those over and over again. Deep scans, AVG scans, Windows Defender scans, just over and over again in a series for like 30 hours. I just did that over and over again. I need to pay for the full version of Malware Bytes. I did the premium trial just so I could get the big scans for free, but I need to actually like pay for the full version, so I'm good to go all the time. No, I appreciate you, Snugs. Hillbilly art. JeffMAC's too cool for school. Nah, not really. I like going to school. I didn't like when I was in high school and stuff. I like going to college and whatnot. I'm still enrolled for that Harvard University program for computer science. I had to put it on hold for a second because my whole identity got stolen and all this other stuff's been going on. But I'm still signed up for that. I just got to get through it. At least being yourself is the best way to be. I agree. I agree. Firmus, Tucker doesn't have to work. That's true too. Tucker could just stay at home and call it a day. He's probably made enough money. As long as he's been spending his money wisely, I'm sure he's well off enough to where he doesn't have to work. Snowflake's Nightmare, what's up? Oh, is the press briefing going on? Yeah. I haven't been covering that stuff. It's just, I don't know. It's not entertaining anymore. I miss Jen Balsacki, and that's saying a lot. She was at least entertaining, though. KJP doesn't say anything. She just refers you to some other department in the White House that you never hear from, and then she has Kirby show up and talk for an hour about stuff you can't prove is real or stuff that just doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me, at least. Then he's trying to poke me in the eye with his big old hot dog fingers waving all across the screen. I can't deal with that. Okay? Got enough stress in my life. Can't be dealing with Kirby wagging those hot dog fingers around. It's just not worth it. Drunken Spider, have you tried Fallout 76 yet? I have it and I have played it. I don't think I have a whole 20 minutes into the game though. I need to try it now that they've done all those updates, because I played it when it first came out and then I was like, nah, and then I just walked away. I also don't have anyone to play with though, because it's not cross-platform and I don't know anybody that plays on PC. Whothrew was supposed to get it. I don't know if he did or not, but we might be able to play together. We can give it a shot. Why not? Let's see. Oh, Snowflake's Nightmare. Yeah, I guess I just answered that. Yeah, we don't really cover the White House anymore. It's not worth it. If I show Old Man Walter, everybody leaves. Like, more than half the chat will just walk out the door if I put him on the screen. And then KJP is not good for morale. It's not good for morale. We might put her on and we might have 100 extra people show up that won't be here otherwise. But then we sit here for an hour where I don't get to say anything. She says a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't mean anything. And then she runs away. We all have a bad taste in our mouth, and then we gotta just pick up the pieces. And it's like, I don't know. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. AJ, what's up with the cows being offed in Texas? We're gonna cover that here in a second. Sure, crazy. I'm spamming on all platforms. I expect nothing less out of you. You're right where I want you to be. Catching up on the chat. Dr. No Name. 50, yeah, pretty much 50 people unsubscribe every single day from me, and I don't know why. I don't know. So for real, yeah, she is. We need to get her a sash. I'm telling you, a golden sash. Here, Camilla Harris, you're the throat goat of the year. Steve, no one takes time to unsubscribe. Doesn't make sense. I feel the same way. It just seems a little bit too proactive. What's up, Hot Wheels? Let's see. Yeah, I know you were here, Hydrodynamic. I remember. Trigger warning. I don't know. I don't know about all that. What's up, Daryl? Happy freedom. Medusa? What are you guys talking about? Trigger warning, can't you turn it malware bytes? I don't know. I'm a little bit too old to be stealing software. When I was a young lad and I didn't have any money, I mean, I don't have any money now, but I'm not a young lad. I may or may not have dabbled into that torrent stuff, whatever, but I'm not willing to do that now. I had somebody send me something the other day. I'm trying to get FL Studio, but it's $500, and I need it so I can make new beats and stuff like that. I thought somebody was gonna send it to me, but it was a torrent, and I don't want that. I don't want to steal it. I want to own it. I want to have rights over it. So when something goes left, I can write the company and be like, hey, you got to fix this. I bought this from you. You got to fix this. You got to make this right. If you steal it, you're stealing stuff. How about that? It's just not a good thing to do. I don't believe in it, so I don't know. Yeah, Hydrodynamic. I remember. Alright, just flipping through the chat really quick and we'll get started with this next video. What's up, Caboodle? Happy freedom. What's up, Mama Baby Monster? I'm a freak, you're omnipresent. What's up, Soul For Real? What's up, Low Tech? What's up, Tom Tom? I don't know why, but the Twitch chat is like a little baby chat, and I can't read anything. Let's see, can we do something about that? Oh, there we go. Now I can see. So for real, it was fun watching you play the game yesterday. I'm glad you were hanging out. I'm still trying to work out the game layout. I have two cameras in front of me. One's mounted on top of the monitor, which is why I'm using this gaming monitor now instead of the 40-inch TV. I haven't rewatched the live from yesterday though, so I don't even really know how it went. Sam, we need a hooligan freestyle. Can't do it while YouTube's around. I never know what I'm gonna say. That's kind of the exciting part about freestyling, but I know it'll be something against community guidelines. Sam, I wasn't able to see or chat on the website on my work desktop either. Oh, and you're on a Samsung. Weird. I'm trying to figure it out, but it's so hard to test how to fix the situation when I can't get it to happen on my end. I'll get it figured out, though. I'll get it figured out. What's up, Donna Sparks? Yeah. Sam, I believe the chat's working for me on the website now. Did you put your name in as Happy Freedom? Is that you, Sam? If it is, I can see you. Sure, Chris, I was thinking the wrong people. You bigot. You bigot. Yeah, we'll get it figured out. I had it happen to me once, but I was working on the website at the time, and I was in some sort of in between, like being published and not being published. But that shouldn't affect any of you guys, so I'm having trouble figuring it out, but we'll get it worked out. We'll get it worked out. American Patriot Man. Tucker will start his own thing on Rumble, I bet. He might. He might. We'll see. This Rumble chat's all baby chat too. There we go. I'm gonna need glasses. I probably do need glasses. It's so funny to see all of you guys on all the platforms. It's like that's the only way to watch. Happy Freedom. Oh, my name isn't showing. Yeah, okay, Sam. I can see you. I don't know why your name is like that. Weird. I don't know. Glad you're here though. We'll get it fixed. We'll get it fixed. Alright, so this next video is titled "A Slap in the Face, Biden Ripped for Inviting the Tennessee Three to the White House." These are those state representatives from Tennessee that were protesting. They got an invite to the White House, but the relatives of the victims from the Nashville shooting did not. So people are all, you know, upset about that. And you'll see why here in a second.
Well, it's an honor to have you all three here. You're standing up for our kids. You're standing up for our communities, safer communities, and democratic values. That's what it's all about. And you're all three of you speak so well about why you're doing what you did.
President Biden giving a warm welcome to the so-called Tennessee Three, weeks after they led gun control protests at the state capitol that landed them at the center of an historic expulsion effort. But no word as to whether the White House plans to extend a similar invitation to the families of the Nashville school shooting victims who are at the center of the tragedy that sparked the protest in the first place. Tommy Lahren joins me now on that. Tommy, Joe Biden said, thanking those individuals for standing up for kids. What about the families of the 3 kids who were killed? Where's their invite?
It's such a slap in the face, especially because I'm here in the Nashville community, and we are still mourning the loss of the 6 Christians that were slaughtered at Covenant School. So the fact that first Kamala Harris comes to Nashville, right, and gives her impassioned speech about the Tennessee Three, and then the Tennessee Three go to GMA, and then they go to the White House. The fact that these 3 are getting a come up off of the death of 6 Christians here in Nashville, quite frankly, is so repulsive and disgusting to me, especially when this White House has not even acknowledged the families of these 6 Christians. You can't claim to care about the community or care about children or even care about gun violence when you don't address the actual victims of that gun violence. And I would also like to point out, Todd, that we are still awaiting the release of the manifesto from the Nashville trans shooter, which we still have not gotten. So it's a slap in the face all the way around, and the Tennessee community is utterly disgusted by this.
What does it say about Democrats and the mainstream media, obviously one and the same, that these 3 are being lionized like they are?
Yeah, no, again, watching Kamala come and give her speech was bad enough, and then watching these 3 go on their press tour is a whole nother level of disgusting. As I said, getting a come up and celebrity status off of the death of 6 Christians, I mean, that's enough to make anybody absolutely furious, but especially when you live in the Nashville community. And let's remember, the 2 of them here, their pasts are a little sketchy, a little different when we look back at them. And then the 3rd one, I mean, she wasn't even expelled, but she's really using the come up, and then she's adding the race baiting onto that when she knows very well that it has nothing to do with race, why the other 2 were expelled. So this is an all-around horrible situation. In Nashville, we mourn the death of 6 Christians. We wish the White House would do the same.
Yeah, it's virtue signaling on the backs of the dead, and it is sickening. Meantime, it may be time for the White House to send in their army of influencers, as a new poll shows President.
Well, all the way around. We see it at the White House all the time. Anytime there's a tragedy that happens with gun violence, they just use it as a way to talk about banning assault weapons. They almost don't even mention people being victims or anything that happened. They're just like, oh, hey, here's another reason to, infringe on the Second Amendment. That's all they look at over and over again. And now they're praising and celebrating people who do the same thing. And I like how the woman who was invited out of the 3 was on like one of those Walmart scooters cruising around the White House, but she was able to stand and march for protests inside the Tennessee House floor. I don't know. It's a bunch of nonsense. Grifting over a tragedy just to boost themselves up, just like they were saying. It's no good. It's no good. Let's see. Trigger warning. FL Studio isn't that expensive. Or learn Raptor. It's $100. Now FL Studio is $500 for all the plugins and stuff. That's what I want. I don't want to learn other software. I already know how to use FL Studio. I'd get Logic Pro X, but it's an Apple only software, and that's what I was trained to use. But I don't want to have an Apple device in order to produce music. What's up, random user Drew? I don't know why I'm mispronouncing your name. What's up, Drew? Appreciate you being here. Daryl, stay honest and true. That's all I can do. Firmus, are riots banned on YouTube now? Gang violences. So if it gets spicy, then we can't show it on YouTube. But if they're just standing there protesting and stuff, it's fine. It's delicate. It's a delicate situation. I'm waiting for something to happen because we're going to see a whole bunch of channels show it, and then a week later all those channels will be banned, and then we'll know where the line is. Because they changed the community guidelines in January, I think, that we're talking about gang violence and stuff like that. But we haven't had any spicy situations since then, so I don't really know where the line is. It's hard to say. They just started that swearing thing. If you swear, it'll demonetize your videos. If you swear too much, they'll demonetize your entire channel. Just reading through the chat really quick. Kristen, he said, y'all speak so well. I seen that when he was talking to the Tennessee 3. He was sounding real offensive, but I'm sure they enjoyed it. Next year or something they'll say they were being oppressed and they deserve some money, because old man Walter talking to him that way. Wade, old man Walter's so worthless, he'll invite any nut to the White House. They've been doing so much this last year. They celebrate every country's holiday. They invite anybody and everybody to the White House if they can boost themselves up from it for whatever reason, whether it's based on skin color or if they're third party or not. And then they did the Women's Celebration Day, and then they awarded a third party person as like Woman of the Year or something like that. Just clown shows. That's all they do. That's the whole circus over there. The White House should just have their own channel and just run it as a reality show. It's all fake. All of it's fake. You guys are all drooling all over Tommy. I've never heard of a girl named Tommy, but at least you guys like her. That's all I could think. Both times I watched that video, I'm like, her name is Tommy? Weird. I wonder if it's short for something. What's up, Zamorano? Happy freedom. What's up, Wild Turkey? Status Quo. I've never heard of that. Adrian, so much for digital freedom of press. Yeah, there's no rights in the digital world. Zamorano, nope. I mean, well, you got flagged and I passed it, but if I say it, then the whole video gets demonetized. They do it to me quite often. A lot of times I don't even say anything wrong and they still demonetize the video, and then I got to appeal it and all that crap. Yep. Diane, I don't even know. I've never heard of a girl named Tommy. Tommy girl. What's up, Fever Dream? Happy freedom. I appreciate you being here. Grey Wolf, idiots need to fix mental health issues instead of messing with firearms. Absolutely. Absolutely. They act like guns just walk into the room and create mayhem on their own. They know. They're not stupid. They know. They're just manipulating stupid people. And a lot of times it's not even their fault they're stupid. Like, young people don't have access to guns. They're not old enough, which is fine. They shouldn't have guns. They can't even take care of their own body. But they're manipulating those people that don't have an education around firearms, and they're easily influenced by what's being said. So they're young and stupid at the same time, and they're like, yeah, we should ban assault weapons because that's causing problems. They don't even pay attention to mass stabbings, things like that happen, and they would happen if they just banned firearms outright. We would still have mass shootings. It would still happen because bad guys would still find a way to get guns because they don't follow laws. But then you'd see more mass stabbings, mass brick throwing. It's individuals with hate in their heart that are causing these tragedies. It's not the gun. It's not like, hey, I got a gun, let's go do bad things. Like, I don't know. It doesn't make sense to people who have brains. But that's why they use it to influence young people. There's more young people than old people. Like, if you look at a household, it could be a mom and a dad, or maybe just a mom because the government doesn't want dad to be there. And they're going to have 2, 3, 4, 5 kids. So just in that household, they're outnumbered youth to adult. Then you look at all the households in America, there's more kids than there are adults. Kids are dumb. They don't know anything because they don't have life experience. When they become teenagers and they're easily influenced and they want to belong to something, they want to have that involvement feeling as if they're accepted, that's who's being targeted, is these teenagers. They're being brainwashed by media, commercials, TikTok, things like that. And then by the time they're 20 years old, now they're activists. Now they go sign up their Facebook account so they can be activists and hold rallies and march to have their Second Amendment taken away because they haven't even been here long enough to even understand what their Second Amendment is or what it's for or what any of their rights are for. They're still little babies. They're just now old enough to speak out and be considered adults, and their mind has been molded by influence of the internet telling them to forfeit their rights. That's the way to go. That's the best thing to do. Go out there and march and scream and cry about how you want your rights taken away, and it hasn't happened yet. And that's how it goes. It's messed up. The best thing you can do, and I've been saying this a lot the last couple days, the best thing you can do is pour into your kids. Invest in your kids. Teach them stuff. Don't wait for the school to do it. Don't wait for life to do it. Make their mind up while you got them. Because after a certain age, they ain't going to listen to you anyways. I know I didn't. I think most people are like that. You get to a certain age, you think you're grown, you don't listen, you don't take advice from your parents anymore. While they still take advice from you, teach them everything. Teach them as much moral as you can. Teach them gun safety and all that stuff. So by the time they're 20 years old, they're not impacted by the internet and stuff the same way that their friends are going to be. And they're like, oh, gun rights and blah, blah, blah. If you pour into them, they're like, no, it's a tool. It's like having a hammer. A hammer doesn't go out there and cause, mass, hammer victims, and not unless you're at the Pelosi house, and they're just not going to fall for it. They won't be so easily tricked. But when you let the internet raise your kid, by the time they're teenagers, they're so brainwashed they don't know anything, and then they get in their 20s and now they're activists, and they don't even know what they're standing up for. Standing up for a bunch of nothing. What's up, Real News? Appreciate you being here. Sure, Crazy, you have the right to remain silent. You do. You do. Not enough people take advantage of that. You get arrested, you just shut up. Just don't say anything, because they're not asking you questions to help you out. What's up, Elizabeth? Happy freedom. Mr. Average, do you kiss your father with that mouth? No. No, that's too much. This isn't that kind of show. Donald, J6 protesters are still in jail. Yeah, they need to work that out. That is incorrect. Those people should not be incarcerated. None of them are being charged with crimes that would lead to like a 2-year prison sentence. And now they're, what, going on 3 years or something like that? Like, it's too much. They need to let those people go. What's up, Moose? Thank you so much, Hydrodynamic, for that $20 donation. I appreciate you. Thank you, Hydrodynamic. You're awesome. You're awesome. Thank you. Sure, crazy stabbings are out of control in Canada. Yeah. And banning knives aren't going to change people wanting to be violent. We'll always have rocks. We'll always have sticks. There'll always be something you can throw. They need to address the problem. The guns are a symptom. Like, gun violence is a symptom of a problem. It's not a problem itself. It's just a symptom of a problem. Mental health and crazy people is the problem. Let's see. Moose, anybody with half a brain can see what you're saying is true. Yeah, I mean, like I say every day, as soon as a person brings a gun into a gun-free zone, right there, you know gun laws don't work. So why make more? Why keep stacking them up? It doesn't make sense. They're just after our guns. That's all it is. They're just after our guns. They don't care about anybody. They don't care about victims. They don't care about lowering the yearly body count. They don't care about that. They care about taking our rights away. And they're trying to do it in sleight of hand. They're trying to be sly about it and make it seem like it was your idea. Oh, you want us to take your rights away because you don't want no more gun violence? Well, I guess we'll just have to come and take your rights away. And then all the protesters are like, yeah, this is a win for us. Idiots. Idiots. They just want to take our guns away. Because if they can take our guns away, they can take everything away. The only thing that stops them from taking everything away is our gun rights. But people they're not investing in their children, and their children are growing up to be dumb adults. And that's what's happening. Donald, don't let drag queens teach them. I can't get started on that, but yeah, no. I heard that there was some sort of parade that was supposed to happen, and because of a law being passed making it so shapeshifters can't be around kids, they canceled the whole parade, or the whole event. But supposedly the whole movement there isn't about victimizing kids. But as soon as you take kids out of the equation, they don't want to hold the event anymore. It's that whole shape-shifting predator stuff, that's exactly what it is. They're out to hurt kids, and we can't let that happen. Let's see. Drew, I think Tucker has a non-compete. He can't do his own show for many years. It could be. It could be. Somebody was saying that yesterday. Yep. Elizabeth, change is coming. Trust that. I think so. I think we're starting to see a rise of people turning away from all the woke stuff. I think people are just over it. They're over all the softies and all the crying and all the my poor feelings. I think people are just over it, and we're starting to see everything turn the other way. It's slow, but I think it's happening. What's up, TM? Mike, don't get hit with a candle. Those assault candles, they'll get you. They'll get you. What's up, JD? Hot Wheels, I don't know what you're talking about. Hillbilly at Heart, mass hammer victims. Yeah, exactly. You cracked me up. Paul Pelosi, he loves them hammers. He loves those assault hammers. Donald, Washington State just now banned assault weapons. Stupid. Stupid. I think they tried to do that in Virginia or somewhere a couple years ago. It was like a year or two ago. But then all the sheriffs were like, we're not enforcing that. We're not going to enforce that. Kikano. No, we're not doing the White House press briefing. It's too long with nothing going on. Like, we might as well be watching paint dry. It's just, I think we all show up in hopes of entertainment and then we just leave without it. They're not calling on Peter. They don't ever call on Simon now. KJP doesn't even talk. What's the point of watching? What's up, podcast gal? I don't know what to do about Kick. Nobody watches on Kick. Resistance. Assault spaghetti noodle. Gotta ban those spaghetti noodles. No, they're just after our guns. That's all it is. It's just a gun grab. And people are falling for it. Not everybody, though. It's just young people. Rebel Rex. Tucker's going to Telegram. He might need to do more than that. I don't know. I've gone live on Telegram. It was not successful. Even though there's people on my Telegram, nobody watched live. I ran like 15 or 20 lives on there and nobody watched. Like literally 0 viewers watching, and it was such a hassle to run the live. I just stopped doing it. It was too hard to do it on Telegram because I'd have to launch it and end it manually. It wouldn't automatically do it. So I'd have to do everything I do right now and then more, and just it wasn't worth it. Not for 0 views, it's not. So this next video is quite interesting. It's titled "Something Strange is Going On in Texas. UFO Investigator." Somebody's mutilating the cattle. I can't remember if they said it's been going on since the 70s or it's been going on for 70 years, or maybe both. I don't know, I guess. I don't feel like doing math right this second. But this is nothing new, but it is all over the news. And it makes me feel like they're using this information for a distraction, but I'm not sure what exactly it is.
Something strange is happening in my beloved home state of Texas, where someone or something is mutilating cattle. 3 different counties, 6 cows have been found dead, with each scene more grisly than the next. They don't make sense. The cows' tongues have been cut out, almost surgically. There's almost no signs of spilled blood. And nearly 2 of the cows had their sex organs removed. Authorities say they were unable to find any sign of footprints or tire tracks around the scenes. On top of that, the areas around the carcasses were undisturbed, like no signs of a struggle for the cows. And as troubling as all this is, stories like this have been happening actually for decades. As far back as the 1970s, the New York Times was reporting that nearly 200 cows in 11 states were found mysteriously mutilated, where ranchers reported that udders, eyes, ears, sex organs, and tongues seemed to have been removed. Sounds familiar. So who is behind this seemingly 40 years of unexplained phenomenon? I don't know. Teenagers who play sick pranks on cattle ranchers? Cultish worshippers of some odd religion? Aliens? What could this be? This is so odd, we have to consider any possibility. You've heard stories of crop circles appearing on farms. Could they be leaving a message that they're taking our livestock? Do extraterrestrials have an infatuation with farmland? In just the last few days, the Department of Defense has released new footage of a new UFO, footage in the Middle East. Could they have just been looking for more cows? The Pentagon has no explanation for what this was, just like authorities have no idea what has happened to all of those cows. It might sound crazy, but not out of the question. What is going on? Not just here, but maybe in the universe. Is the truth out there? UFO Seekers lead investigator Tim Doyle joins me now. Tim, what is going on?
Well, something strange, and in fact, it's been happening in Texas for a long time. Here's a picture of a Texas Tech student who actually had his car shut off by a UFO object, and you're seeing the sheriff participating in this. But cattle mutilations have been going on in depth since the 70s. There was a New Mexico State police officer who investigated up to 90 cattle mutilations in New Mexico. In one of those cases from 1976, Gabe Valdez, the police officer, found evidence of a triangular-shaped object landing near a cow, then some type of tripods exiting this craft. And these tripods were anywhere from 28 inches to 4 inches in length. Now, Gabe said in his investigation that these tripods that exited this UFO craft followed the cow for 600 feet before the cow finally fell dead. And these tripods had little tracks that they left on the ground. Gabe returned to the same incident site for a second time and found that these tracks had actually gone over his tire tracks.
So Tim, look, you know, I have an open mind about all of these topics. I'm open to the possibility. I'm also open to the possibility of being manipulated by the government to increase budgets, as was recently said by Elon Musk. But here's the thing. It's usually the simplest explanation. Acknowledging that these things have been happening for quite some time, has the simplest explanation ever actually turned out? This has to have been investigated. Has it ever been cults or kids? Has it ever been the simplest explanation?
No, not cult or kids, because even in that New Mexico case load, which the FBI investigated, and the FBI said it was just natural predators, Mr. Valdez, the police officer, said that the surgical cuts in which, get this, Will, even then the rectum and the genitalia were removed from the cattle the same way they are now. And it just so happens 66 years ago is when that Texas Tech student had his car shut off. So is there some weird force that's like returning, taking these bodies somewhere? And you should know too that. Yeah,
I'll need to leave it there, Tim. But you're right. I mean, if it's predators, if it's kids, if it's cults, there would be a mess.
It's not predators.
This is too predators. Surgical and too
they
clean.
need to put their cows.
I got to leave it here, Tim. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I got to leave it here. That's going to do it for us tonight on Jesse Watters Primetime.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page.
There we go. My mouse is dying. I think it's interesting. He was like, I gotta leave it there, and kept interrupting the guy. I gotta leave it there. Can't keep talking about it. It sounded like he was saying too much. He was trying to prevent him from saying whatever was coming next. I don't know. Like I said, this video, well, not just this video, but this topic is circulating all over the internet right now, even though it's not anything new. Seems suspicious. I think it's part of a distraction, but I don't know. I don't know what would be causing it. I've been hearing about this forever. I'm sure you guys have. They said it's been like 70 years that this has been happening. Who knows? Let's see. Cash flow. The immigrants are doing it. I don't know. They're saying it's like surgery. These cows are being surgically mutilated. Hillbilly at heart. You think it's the government doing it? Who knows? TM, you think it's satanic? Could be. Amy, they're drained of blood. Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like the whole procedure is really weird. It's really weird. People have always said that it's aliens. Victor, they want to reverse engineer the cow. I don't know if that's necessarily what they're going for. Ohio Kyle, Skinwalker Ranch. It could be Skinwalkers. Who knows? TM, I think they just need an excuse to destroy the supply chain. Probably. They don't want us to eat. They want us eating bugs. They want us to eat bugs. Let's see. I don't know about that. Word of God. That's in the other direction of where I'm trying to go. Kent might be abducted by aliens. That's what they're trying to say. Trying to say it was the aliens that did it. It's weird how often they're bringing aliens up on the like regular news now. Like, we're in quite the time to have aliens be the official distraction from what's happening around us. Sounds desperate. What's up, cool guy? Happy freedom. Sure, crazy. I might abduct a cow. What are you gonna do with the cow? What are you gonna do? Klaus Daniels, he's like a cow. He's like a small horse. Alan, the end game, more money for high-tech weapons. Nah, I don't know. I don't understand what would be the point of abducting a cow and taking its organs. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Robert, my neighbors have cows. You better keep your eyes open. Those aliens are coming. Mr. Average, they might be. That might be what it is. Hillbilly Heart, don't mutilate the mouse. I tell you, I gotta just bang it around a little bit, get that thing working again. That's what she said. Real news, my mouse just dies too. What the hell? I think it's because it's cheap. That's another reason why I don't play the game with the mouse. Because sometimes I gotta click 3, 4, 5 times before it actually registers that I'm clicking the button. Elizabeth, grays underneath and big earthquakes. Could be the grays. The Clintons. Yeah, that's what it is. It's the Clintons coming to do it. They know too much. The cows know too much. Hit them with the heart attack gun. Take them out. That's the funniest one. Is the Clintons got them. True, crazy. They're not shape-shifting cows. I mean, they are. Okay, I see what you're doing there. They might have lost their goods, but I don't think they did it on purpose. I don't think they willingly went through the transition. Yeah, Lisa, that's what I'm saying. That's kind of the weird. That's some weird parts to take from a cow. What exactly are they doing? And it's not aliens, it's the government. I just don't understand the point, though. What are they messing the cows up for? Crystal Heart, all of the above. Could be. Could be. John, the same dude's mutilating our DNA with, you know, the thing. Something. Kevin, I say we wait in the field for the aliens to show up and then we jump them and steal their ship. Probably make some bucks off of that. Selling UFOs on Craigslist. Why not? Why not? Ruben, it's weird how it's only cattle. I've never seen a mutilated moose while hunting unless coyotes got it. That's true. I've never heard of that either. I want to say I've heard of sheep being taken too, though. Not just cows, but I know cows seems to be the main deal. I never thought about that, though. Why is it only cattle and livestock? You don't never hear about anything else. You don't hear about finding deer or anything like that out in the woods, like all dissected and having stuff surgically removed. Mitchell, they make cow tongue tacos. They do. I'm trying to think. Is it barbacoa? Is barbacoa cow tongue? Or maybe that's cow cheek. I can't remember. They sell that stuff up here. We have some Mexican restaurants up here that sell. They're like fairly authentic. Garrett, it's funny how old man Walter did a video for his to campaign instead of announcing it live. He was live earlier today. I didn't cover it. I assumed that he was going to say it live, but I seen that he released a video saying he's running again. That's not surprised. Not surprised. He doesn't do anything for real. Everything's all fake. Think about how many takes it probably took just to record him to say all that stuff, that he's running again. And then they got to cut it and paste it all together to make it seem like it was one fluent speech when you know it wasn't. Orange Scuba Project Bluebeam. Could be. Could be. Ting Ting, I seen old man Walter was speaking in cursive again during his new ad. Yeah. I'm telling you, it's all a reality show. It's not even real. The White House isn't even real. It's just all a reality show. It's like we're all on Punk'd, and it's just the episode won't end. Kevin, aliens have a spaceship, but I got a board with a nail in it. They're never gonna come back. They're gonna visit one time and then they're never coming back. What's up, Music Maker? Yep, they're in the middle of a transition. Hydrodynamics, steal the ship. That's where we are. that's where we are right now. We're not worried about saving the cattle. You know, all cows matter. No, we're stealing the spaceship. Snooks, cows are more docile and easier to take down. I mean, that could be why they're being targeted. What about elephants? Don't you think that they could take elephants if that was the goal? And experimenting with our food sources again? I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It's not just weird on its own, but it's weird of how much traction it's covering. While I was looking for videos to show during the live today, I must have seen 6 or 7 different videos talking about that specific subject right there. Normally things don't get traction like that unless they're trying to take attention away from something else going on. Toad, I think it has something to do with bovine DNA being easier to use with human and other humanoid DNA. I don't know anything about that. Like the chimera. I think with the chimera they're using pigs though. Kevin, as soon as the aliens step out of the ship, whack, welcome to Earth. They're gonna put you on a hit list. They're gonna have a bounty on your head, Kevin. You gotta be careful. They're watching. They're here. Like the Pentagon said, we got a mothership in our galaxy. They're sending spy drones to watch us. I can't believe the Pentagon said that. It's funny how they talk about aliens, but then we don't ever see aliens, and they don't want to admit that there's aliens, because if they do, we may not listen to the government anymore. We may just fear aliens and be like, well, government doesn't know what they're doing. And you know the government doesn't want to forfeit their control, so it's kind of a fine line they're walking there. Mitchell, it's because cows have 4 stomachs. Yeah, but why are they taking their back door though? Like I don't know how one equals the other. Edward, yeah, maybe that's what it is. They're just using spare parts for all the transitions going on. Ixtric Bolt. I'm guessing they're using the cow organs for satanic sacrifices. That seems like the more probable, but how did they surgically remove everything? Like, they just practice so much they're good at it? Music Maker, they're cow inclusive. They need a safe space out there. Yeah. Elisa, elephants are too protective and aware. It could be. Could be. Daryl, cows' anatomy are supposedly closer to ours than elephants. Yeah, why did they take their udders? Like, what is that? Does that make them a boy cow? I don't know how it works. I guess I don't know enough about cows. I don't have cows. I don't know. Tumbleweed, this is utterly despicable with the knee slapper. Crack me up. Let's see. Mr. Average, has been reports of illegals killing ranchers' livestock. Yep, we've covered a couple of videos talking about that. I don't know if they'd be clean cut though if they were being attacked by, you know, randos walking through the yard. Dolly. Maybe they're using the aliens to distract away from the border. I don't know. They're definitely pulling attention for some sort of reason, because they don't just throw out alien talk on 12 different news channels for no reason. Because they spend the rest of the year saying that stuff's not real. So when they pull it out and say, well, maybe it is real, it's usually pulling attention away from something else. We'll know in a couple days. We'll hear about it. Some news will break. They'll be like, oh, 3 days ago when you guys were looking at aliens mutilating cows, this was happening. Let's see. Shunt. The government doesn't know what they're doing. I don't know. I feel like they're just drunk with power. They don't know what to abuse in what order. Gonzo Ritual Cowabunga Party. Yeah, I guess that's what I should have made the title. That would have really brought some people in. Mordrina cheek meat. Oh, barbacoa. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. I knew it was one or the other. It was either cheek or tongue. Pumpkin, it's the lizard people. Serum. You think it's Antifa? Antifa might bang the cow. I don't know if they would, like, you know, they'd be more likely to try and date a cow than mutilate it, I think. I think the cow is more likely to mutilate Antifa. Honestly. They're soft. They're soft. Pumpkin. Only girl cows have udders. That's, I mean, I was kind of thinking that. Thanks for clearing that up, though. Sam, I can see you writing on the website. I don't know why your name is like that, but I see you're there. Alright. So these next two videos have to deal with Tucker Carlson leaving Fox. The first one is them discussing it, which hopefully we get through it unscathed. And then the last video is AOC celebrating Tucker Carlson leaving, and then talking about how deplatforming people is a good thing. It's a good thing to take away people's stage. Somebody needs to deplatform her, though. AOC is too much. So let's go ahead and get this started. This first one's titled Sebastian Somebody. This is the death of Fox News. Softies being softies.
Look around and you see.
Whoa. All right, here we go.
Look around and you see so many people break under the strain, under the downward pressure of whatever this is that we're going through. And you look with disdain and sadness as you see people you know become Quislings, you see them revealed as cowards, you see them going along with a new thing, which is clearly a poisonous thing, a silly thing, you know, saying things you know they don't believe because they want to keep their jobs. And you're so disappointed in people. You know, you are, and you realize that the herd instinct is maybe the strongest instinct. And you see people going along with this, and you lose respect for them. And that's certainly happened to me at scale over the past 3 years. I'm not mad at people, I'm just sad, I'm disappointed. How could you go along with this? You know it's not true, but you're saying it anyway?
Just 2 days later, that same ideal would cost him his job. Sebastian Gorka joins us now, along with Professor Emeritus at Harvard Law School, Alan Dershowitz. Gentlemen, thank you both so much for coming on. Sebastian, I want to start with you. I want to show the statement that our company has officially put out. Our CEO, Chris Ruddy, with this statement on Tucker Carlson. For a while, Fox News has been moving to become establishment media, and Tucker Carlson's removal is a big milestone in that effort. Millions of viewers who like the old Fox have made the switch to Newsmax. Tucker's departure will only fuel that trend. Sebastian, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with Chris Ruddy. Absolutely. I was a Fox contributor before I joined the Trump administration. I was a Fox contributor after I left the White House. And when it was time for my contract to be renewed, I looked at the terms that they'd changed, and I said, no, you can't have my podcast rights. You can't ban me from giving interviews on other channels. And I walked away. I think I was the first guy to ever walk away from a deal at Fox. What happens last week? Dan Bongino, my buddy, does the same thing, and now Tucker Carlson. This is the death of Fox News. Fox is finished. I mean, you know, a friend of mine tweeted this out earlier. Bud Light says, we can destroy a brand in one day. Nobody can beat us. Fox News says, hold my beer. And that's what they're doing today. This is not the old Fox News. And Chris, if you don't have Tucker's cell phone number, I've got it. So you might want to give him a call.
Professor Dershowitz, your thoughts?
Well, what worries me most is that Chuck Schumer, one of the most powerful men in the United States, the majority leader of the United States Senate, put pressure on Fox to do what they did. And, Fox, under the First Amendment, has the right to do anything it chooses. But I worry more and more about the influence of government officials on both the internet and cable and other companies, because we know that the Senate can do terrible things to a company or good things to a company, and companies want to do what people who are majority leaders of the Senate want them to do. So I would urge politicians just to keep their mouths shut when it comes to First Amendment and freedom of speech. And I do think that we are poorer today with less diversity. I was not a great fan of Tucker Carlson. I'm not a great fan of Don Lemon. That's not the point. The point is that every television station should emulate Newsmax. Newsmax has me. I don't agree with Mr. Gorka on many things, but our viewers get a diversity of views on Newsmax. I wish more channels would emulate Newsmax and do what they're doing. And I think this will result in a rise in viewership for Newsmax. And I would hope that, maybe this was just one phenomenon resulting from the settlement, the ill-advised settlement that Fox did with Dominion. But if this begins a trend where major companies are getting rid of what they regard as extreme people, the viewer will be less well served by that lack of diversity. Everybody loves diversity.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about diversity when it comes to race, but when it comes to opinions, that's the last thing most people want, is to hear opinions different from their own.
Yeah. Sebastian, to me, it feels like at some point a decision was made. This was the most compelling person that they had, and it wasn't even close. The prime time is really very little without him. I mean, a lot of it is just like a broken record. He was the only one doing interesting content and kind of digging for information, finding stories nobody else had. Throwing him out, I feel like is the ultimate bending of the knee to the machine that is taking over this country. And I don't know why at 90 whatever years old, Sebastian, that Rupert Murdoch finally decided to do this as probably one of his last actions running this empire, but he did.
Well, there's no logic to this, whichever perspective, whichever prism you look at.
Yeah.
Murdoch has made the bad call here. From a business sense, this is the #1 show, not just for Fox, but in cable news analysis in America with 5 million viewers every night. You're literally killing the golden calf. Secondly, when it comes to this court case with this settlement with Dominion, what Tucker said in those texts, those aren't the embarrassing texts. The embarrassing texts are from, the person who runs Fox, people like Suzanne Scott. That's the woman who should be fired. So whether it's how you run a company or how you make money, this is the worst decision Murdoch could make. But it's good for Newsmax, good for conservatives. And one last thing, Tucker, I texted him early today, but let me just say it here on Newsmax, God bless you for what you've done. Come over to Newsmax, but in the meantime, release all the January 6th footage. We asked you for it. We're waiting for it. They tried to censor you. Mitch McConnell tried to censor you as well. Let's have it out there now.
We'll leave it right there.
He has performed a great service by making available the January 6th. Look, I'm representing one of the young men, a law student, who was waved in by the police. And those videos are going to help us do justice and help the American public see what really happened on January. Some good, some bad, some very, very bad. Yeah. But let's see the whole picture. And that's what Tucker Carlson tried to do. And that's what both Democrats and Republicans, some, tried to stop him from doing. And journalists have to have courage. And people who put journalists on the air like Fox have to have the courage to allow them to show their courage. That's what
scary. It's really scary that's what it sounds like. That's what got him thrown out. Professor, we got to leave it there. Sebastian, thank you so much. We appreciate it, gentlemen. Good to see you both.
Well, That's the second video we've had now where they're like, we gotta leave it there. We gotta leave it there. Stop talking. You're saying too much. You're gonna get us in trouble. I don't know. I don't know. I see a lot of people the last 2 days talking about unsubscribing from Fox or canceling some paid membership to Fox. We'll see. We'll see if they go the way of Bud Light. I don't know, though. And as aliens taste like chicken, you guys crack me up. You crack me up. Yeah, this next video is AOC celebrating Tucker Carlson leaving Fox. JT3, what? A Chick-fil-A conspiracy? The cows? Wet blanket, they're probably taking our attention away from the Chinese spy balloons again. Could be, could be. Wild Turkey Island subscribed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not subscribed to him. Like I said, I don't try and show Fox. I just look through all the news and just whatever seems interesting we show. Orange Scuba. I bet Fox has all the J6 footage. Tucker doesn't have all of it. They were told to view it, I think, at the White House. And then anything they wanted to take had to be approved. And then whatever was approved was sent over. But considering that Tucker Carlson was hired by Fox when the footage was sent to Tucker Carlson, I bet it does belong to Fox. I bet Tucker doesn't have the rights for the footage. Just because he was an employee when he received it. Dolly, dude made a good point. Progressive machine has taken over the country, and it's going to if people don't take control. Yeah, I don't know. I think people are just too disorganized. It's too many people that care about the wrong things, too many people that don't care, and nobody wants to communicate with each other. Our biggest downfall is miscommunication. We don't have enough grace for each other to hear each other out. We're thinking while other people are talking, and as soon as they say a word that we don't agree with, instead of waiting for them to finish the sentence, we just go, oh, not listening anymore. Don't want to hear what you have to say anymore. Walk away, log out, whatever. We're just too dismissive of each other to get along and be strong like that until something bad happens. I think once something bad happens, then people unite. But it shouldn't take that. It shouldn't take something bad to happen for people to get along with each other, but that's how it goes. I remember when 9/11 happened, it seemed like everybody just didn't care about nothing, and then as soon as that happened, everybody had American flags up. Everybody was all concerned with each other. It shouldn't take that, though. What's up, Miss Jamie? Happy freedom. TM, that's so true. Diversity is for everything except speech and opinion. I agree. I agree. You guys don't like Dorschwitz or whatever his name is. I don't know anything about him, but I see a lot of people that do not like him. Ohio Kyle, Orange Eagle and Tucker 2024. That would be something. We would cover the White House if that's how it was going. That's for sure. Matthew, check the Dracula pic. I missed it. I missed it. TM, does Soros own Fox? I wouldn't be surprised. It seems like Soros or BlackRock owns everything. Garrett, what's this guy talking about? You asked him about Tucker. Yep. Yeah, and then when you hear, like, you listen to the whole video, and at the end they're just like, oh, release the J6 footage. They don't even care about Tucker. They don't even want to bring Tucker on. They don't want him on Newsmax. They want what he has. They want what he has to offer. Ting Ting, Tucker has so much money, he doesn't have to work again if he doesn't choose to. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Robert, AOC cried like a baby when she got the boot. Yeah, she's all excited about Tucker leaving Fox. I'm glad you dig it, Hydrodynamic. I do too. I like hanging out. I think most people like hanging out, because when I started doing Coffee with Hooligans, it was just like, well, here's the 5 things I was able to find. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're done. Like the first 2 or 3 Coffee with Hooligans we did were only like 20 minutes long, because I couldn't find a whole lot to show, and people didn't really care. Like, I was worried about showing the news, but I think people don't really care about the news. People just want to hear what's going on with company. Like, we're all having a conversation about, you know, what's happening around us. I would like to find more non-political stuff, but it's so hard because everything has politics in it. You can't even watch a Disney movie without, you know, having some sort of agenda thrown in your face. It's everywhere. But I think that's where Coffee with Hooligans is heading. We're going to be heading to more of like trending topics and popular stuff instead of just politics. But we got to get the politics to dry up out of everything. Music, movies, shows, everything has politics in it. So it's hard to get away from it right now. But I think eventually we'll be able to move away from it. Bo, BlackRock now owns 15% of Fox. Yeah. That's what I figured. It's Soros and BlackRock. They're running everything. TM, I only watch Fox for Tucker Carlson, so I'm done too. Yeah. It's done strategically. It's done strategically. They didn't just willingly forfeit their, like, highest paid reporter guy. You know, he's bringing in the majority of the content. Tucker is. He's got like 2 or 3 shows, or he did. They didn't just get rid of him and be like, oh, we'll find somebody else. There's something else going on here. We just don't have the whole picture. NS, what'd you eat for lunch? I haven't ate yet today. I normally don't get to eat till 5 or 6 o'clock, which has been when we've been ending the Coffee with Hooligans. I don't know what I'll have today. We'll see. We'll see. Probably rice. Thinking we'll have rice today. What's up, Sassy Patriot? Happy Freedom. What's up, Elizabeth? Sassy, I'm at Taco Bell and just thought of you, Jeff. Oh man, I want Taco Bell. You gotta get some of that Diablo sauce. Got to keep it in your pocket. You never know, when things go left, you'll be happy you have it. Get you some Diablo. And see, now I want tacos. I don't know. We'll see. When we end this live, maybe I'll go get some stuff for tacos. Sassy, you're awesome. Hot Wheels, I don't know what you're going on about. I don't know. I don't know what you're going on about. I see your comments, but I don't know who you're talking to, and if you're talking to me, I don't know what you're talking about. It's like your responses are not to anything that's being said. Garrett, Fox is number 2 on the BlackRock list. Yeah, they own everything. They own everything. What's up, David? Happy Freedom. JT3, you nailed it. People are already thinking about their answer before they've even heard the question. It's because of how fast we take on information now. Because we have, like, TikTok, right? TikTok, you might watch a 7-second video every 7 seconds. You're just scrolling through. YouTube Shorts is like that. You're just like, ooh, what's next? Ooh, what's next? Ooh, what's next? And you're so used to taking on information that quick and so repetitively. You're seeing the same kind of information over and over again that we have this, like, inflated ego. We just think we know everything because we're taking on so much information. So when you hear someone speak, you're just assuming everything you're hearing, and you're generating an answer before. It's like predictive text. You're guessing what they're saying instead of just listening to what they're saying, and we're all moving around like that. And so we're not really united, not until something bad happens, and usually by that point it's too late. Thanks for being here, Annette. I appreciate you. You be safe out there. What's up, Mo B? Happy freedom. Hydrodynamic, I'm hungry. I know I'm hungry now. Now that Sassy went and got Taco Bell, now I want some Taco Bell. I have to drive like 45 miles or something to the closest Taco Bell. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go up the road to the grocery store and make some tacos. Get everything I need to make some tacos. I got all the Diablo at the house. Maybe I'll make a short later. I have a freezer bag full of Diablo sauce, and then I have a half of a freezer bag that's full. I don't know. It's a collection. I'm collecting Diablo sauce. What's really interesting is when you next time you go to Taco Bell and you get sauce, whatever it is, mild sauce, hot sauce, whatever they got, whatever they give you, check the date on it. I have this theory that the older it is, the hotter it is. Because some of the Diablo sauce I got is 2021. That's 2-year-old Diablo sauce. And I swear that it's hotter than if you get the fresh stuff. I don't know. You guys need to test this theory with me. Thank you so much, Music Maker, for gifting out 5 memberships on YouTube. I appreciate you. Thank you. You're awesome. Make sure you guys are thanking Music Maker. That stuff's not free. That's awesome. Let's see. Yeah, Sassy. Now I want some Taco Bell. Yeah, Miss Jamie, I don't know. It's not an addiction, it's a preference. I don't know. I'm all about that Diablo sauce, especially if I'm feeling sick. The way that people run to like aspirin and Advil is how I am about hot sauce. I'm like, not feeling good, poop, take a shot of some Diablo. Hillbilly at heart. Elon will buy Fox. That's why they're getting rid of Tucker. I don't know. I wish Elon would buy YouTube. I would be really excited if that happened, because I like the way the Twitter is right now. It's not perfect. I know a lot of people are still getting banned and suspended and stuff on Twitter, but I feel like Twitter is a lot better now than it used to be. But I didn't hang out there a lot before. I tried to use Twitter, but I wasn't like trendy enough or whatever. That's where all the softies used to hang out, is on Twitter. I wasn't soft enough to hang out there. But now that Elon's over there, it seems better. No hydrodynamic. I haven't done that. I know that if you're dealing with some Diablo, don't touch your face. If you're dealing with hot sauce in general, don't touch your face. That's number 1 rule. Don't touch your face. Magic Mika, I don't use TikTok. Yeah, I didn't use TikTok for a long time. When I make shorts for YouTube, I put them on TikTok because if it does well, then why not, you know? But a lot of people have been saying that TikTok it's not necessarily a free speech platform, but it's not controlled by our government. Our government can't push their agenda to us through TikTok because they don't own TikTok. And so with that kind of perspective, and then going to look at TikTok, you can kind of prove it to yourself by looking at searches. Go into the search, type in, I don't know, riots in Paris. See what you find going through TikTok. Search it there, see what the suggested videos are, and then go to Facebook and type it in, and go to YouTube and type it in, and then see what the search results are. And you'll see how like Facebook and YouTube search results are very similar, where TikTok results will be vastly different, but also more honest to what's happening, because the people that control TikTok don't have the same agenda in mind for manipulating the platform. So it's interesting to look at TikTok and see what's happening, and then go to the rest of the platforms and see what they're suggesting that is happening today. And sometimes you'll see stuff that you won't see anywhere else. You'll see stuff happening on TikTok or being talked about on TikTok that you don't see anyone else talking about or showing. And it's because of the way the platforms are being manipulated. But I don't think any platform is truly good for us, except for jeffmaclive.com. There's no manipulation going on over there. That's just the freest place on the internet. Magic Mika, I'm eating a super salad with wine. That sounds like the way to go. Sounds good. Let's see. So reading through the chat. We only got one more video left, so I'm not eager to race through it quite yet. Let's see. NS. No one on earth would drive 45 minutes for a Taco Bell. I have. I have before, but I try not to just make the trip solely for Taco Bell. It's usually like I got to get Klaus Daniels food from Tractor Supply, or I got to make a stop at Walmart to get groceries. Because like you shouldn't buy groceries while you're hungry, because then you buy all this stuff you don't need. You waste all your money and stuff. You go to Taco Bell, you spend $7, you get more food than you can eat, and then you try not to crap your pants while you're walking through Walmart trying to buy your groceries. And it's like a win-win. You're not spending too much money, you're not buying things you don't need. You got to make the trip, nice and snappy. It's synergy. It's good stuff. I don't know. Real news. I make my own Diablo sauce. I make hot sauce every once in a while. I grow peppers. I haven't since I got Klaus Daniels, because he just eats everything. But I've grown habanero peppers and I think chili peppers, and then I use them to make hot sauce, and I go get plenty of other ingredients. I have 3 or 4 hot sauce recipes that I've developed, but it's not hot. It's not like go out and hurt you hot sauce. Makes things delicious. It's flavorful. Sometimes I'll put like half of a cutie orange in there, or maybe half a lime or something like that, so it's got like a sweet taste to it. I don't know. I like to add flavor to things, not just burn you down hot. That's no fun. And I can't have really hot stuff. I can have Diablo, but I can't have a tomato. I don't know what the difference is, but tomatoes cause me to throw up blood. Diablo sauce just makes me happy. I don't know. It's the hooligan way. I don't know what else to say about it. I appreciate you, Moby. Thanks for being here. Yes, Elizabeth. I appreciate you being here. Hydrodynamic Diablo nuggets. No, that's the worst. That's the worst. That's like we were talking about protesters. If you maced them in the goods, they'd be out. They'd be out of commission for a week. JT3, the older I get, the hotter I am. That's what she said. That's a good one. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you gotta keep your eye on the date of those sauce packets. The older they are, the hotter they are. Where's the live by? Moby, I watch on TV and comment on my phone. There's a few hooligans that do that. One for the team. Whiskey will knock anything. Wait, it will knock off anything. Well, I guess it depends how you use it. Let's see. Miss Jamie. It's not the verge of addiction. It's a collection. I have a collection of Diablo sauce. I collect them like Pokemon cards. And as how many donos do you need to eat a ghost pepper like a carrot on the stream for us? Oh man, a ghost pepper. I have ghost pepper seeds. I got Carolina Reaper seeds too. I gotta get a little greenhouse so I can grow these peppers up without Klaus Daniels destroying them. If I was to eat a ghost pepper on the stream, I mean it would be expensive. As far as donation goes, it would be expensive because it would probably mess me up really bad. I'd probably be in a tough spot. Like, we probably wouldn't go live for like 24 to 48 hours because I would be on the floor screaming and crying and bleeding. It would not be good. Let's see, Garrett. Them Democrats sure had a meltdown after the blue check marks disappeared. Yeah, I don't know why people hold that stuff so near and dear. I think those celebrities feel so justified by their blue check mark. That's why they were so mad that you can buy it. I think that's hilarious too, and I don't think anybody's really talking about that. Elon made it so you can buy the blue check mark on Twitter, and everybody got mad. They were like, well, I had to earn it. I had to be mega famous in order to get a blue check mark. Now you're letting people buy it for $8. That's nonsense. That shouldn't be that way. And now if you look, Facebook and I think also Instagram have the same thing now. You can purchase the check mark and be official for a fee. After they spent a month or two crying about it, saying it was nonsense. It was devaluing to the actual famous people. No, it's a bunch of goofiness. Yup. Hydrodynamic, the Diablo sauce is my addiction as well. Could be worse. Could be worse. There's people out there smoking meth. That's all I think about when people are like, man, got the Diablo addiction. Well, it's better than meth, okay? Let me tell you. Edward, you're cutting your hot sauce with water. You need to try to find one pre-2020. Yeah, I haven't found one yet. I've been looking. Get some of that pre-plague sauce. It's probably worth a lot. High value stuff. Mike D, grow Klaus his own catnip or grass. I've been thinking about that. I need to order. I'll have to look. I have a huge stack of seeds that you guys sent me for my birthday last year, and I didn't get a chance to grow the stuff. I'll have to see it because I want to say I do have catnip seeds. I'll have to see. I need to get a little greenhouse thing. I got it on my wish list. And then I'll be able to do it. And then I'll show you guys. I'll make little shorts of a little garden or something like that. I'd try hydrodynamic. You guys thought this was the news? I'm a stand-up comedian. I try. What's up, Lusk? Happy freedom. Grey Wolf. I don't know anything about Door Switch. I see all of you guys do not like that person, but I don't know what they're from. Red Wagon, any recent crop circles? Not that I've seen. I mean, I didn't target the cow stuff. I wasn't like, oh, UFO stuff, let's show the mutilated cows. It's everywhere. That story is being pushed everywhere. I'm surprised they didn't say more about crop circles though, just to kind of ring it all together. Gonzo, Crazy Eyes, Cortez, Dangerous Woman. She's a radical for sure. Hot sauce a day keeps the aliens away. They don't want those spicy farts, okay? They're not with that. They can't take your parts if you got spicy farts. Those are words to live by. We're gonna make a t-shirt. Oh man, I just remembered I was supposed to put the t-shirts together yesterday and I messed it up. I will do that after the live. What? I just went to comment on my own Rumble. It's telling me I have to sign in, but I'm signed in. Like, I'm live. Okay, Rumble's obviously going through things. They're having an issue over here. They want me to sign in. Hopefully that's not a sign of something bad. Either way. Pumpkin. It's the acid in tomatoes. Bet you could eat a yellow tomato. What's a yellow tomato? I've never seen a yellow tomato. I will try it as soon as I see one. I'm gonna buy it and try it. I want to know. Screaming Eagle, I love meatloaf. I haven't had meatloaf in decades. I don't even know how to make it. I need somebody who's good at it to make it. I love meatloaf. It's just been a really long time. Wow, Rebel Rex. I almost read that out loud. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hawkeye, catnip, muffins. Klaus Daniels doesn't deserve muffins. Spoiled cat. What are you doing? You sleeping? I'm gonna snatch him up here in a second. Disturb his slumber. He can sit here and watch AOC with us. Trigger Chrissy, yes, meatloaf. You Canadians eat meatloaf? But you guys don't eat biscuits and gravy, and I think that's wild. I think that's wild. It's not a big thing to eat biscuits and gravy in Canada. It's so good though. I don't know why you guys don't do it. NS, you playing? What game you playing later today? We're gonna play Forza 5. It's a car game, and we're gonna get the chat all involved and stuff. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna play Forza, and then I'm gonna do a poll, and suggest like 3 different cars, like car brands, and then we'll have everyone pick. And then after we get a car brand, then we'll do a poll on color, and then we'll paint the car and deck it all out, and then we'll go race it in tournaments and stuff. And that way, because I already have everything unlocked and all of that, but then it's kind of like you guys are building the car, and then I'm just gonna race it for a couple races. We'll do big tournaments and stuff, and then we'll be on the edge of our seat to see if the hooligan whip is gonna win the race, and then we'll do it again. We'll rinse and repeat a couple times. I think it'll be fun. That's the goal today. I think it'll be fun for the gaming live later. Gary, Duel. I've been looking for Duel, but I haven't been able to find it where I can watch it without paying for it. Adrian Dershowitz is a constitutional lawyer. Oh, that's interesting. NS, get Klaus wheatgrass seeds. He'll love them. Yes, I'll have to do that. Mike D, give him a zip. Elisa, we need those Lady Hooligan shirts. I apologize. I know I messed that all up. They'll be coming out today before the gaming live. I will make sure to put all that together before we play the game. And then I'll send out announcements so you guys all know that the new designs are available. Hydrodynamic, how does catnip drive cats nuts? It's weird. I don't know the science behind it. I think catnip is actually a form of like mint or something like that. I heard that a while ago. I never looked it up though. It could be just total nonsense. I'm just out here spreading nonsense. Moby, did you try the new Harry Potter game yet? I have not. I need to clean my room. I pulled the PlayStation out of the box and stuff yesterday and got it all set up. But by the time I got done, it was like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, because I didn't even start until after we played the game yesterday. So it was late. By the time I got everything set up, I was like, oh, I need to go to bed. I'll play it today though. I'm pretty excited about it. I'll have to make an account and all that. The last PlayStation I had was a PS2, so I gotta figure all this stuff out, but I'm excited about it. Come here, Klaus Daniels. Come say hi to everybody. Oh, you're so big. You're big. Oh. Say hi. Go ahead and say hi. Speak right into the mic. Look at him. He's like, oh, dear God, why are you doing this to me? Come here, big gigantic. Oh. I want to see your murder mittens. It's like... he's like a big old teddy bear. Big old Klaus bear. Why you look so... Why you got Garfield face? Why you got that Garfield face going on? Huh? Just not impressed. It's just not impressed. Show him your murder mittens. Show him how big your murder mittens are. Big Klaus talons. Alright, go on. You big goofy thing. Yes. Big and lurking. Miss Jamie, I make pretty good meatloaf. Well, you should ship some over here. It's been a long time since I've had it. Snooks, you can drink catnip. It's very calming. Pretty sure when I was younger I had some friends try and smoke it. I don't think it works the way they thought it would though. Sure, Chris, you eat biscuits and gravy? You're the only Canadian I know that even knows what biscuits and gravy is. Most of the time Canadians are like, that's gross. Why would you eat that? Because it's amazing. Everything with gravy is amazing. Just reset my chat on accident. Music Maker, you make biscuits and gravy? All about that. I used to go to Big Boy before it closed in Ludington. I would get everything. I would get like 2 of everything. Fill the whole table up. I love breakfast food. I don't really like cooking it, but I love eating it. I can eat breakfast food any time of the day. Pancakes, waffles, biscuits and gravy, sausage however it comes, eggs. I can only eat scrambled eggs. I don't know. I don't like eggs any other way. I can eat them scrambled and that's about it. I'm about all that stuff though. Let's see. NS, catnip gives me nausea. It's weird stuff. Never heard that before. Miss Jamie, after watching you play Fallout 4 a couple weeks ago, I so want to play it now. We were playing it last night. Well, I was just dying over and over again, but I think it was still entertaining. Yeah, Hydrodynamic, he's big and scared of stink bugs. I had to save his life yesterday. There's a stink bug over here on the wall, and he was monitoring it. He had big scared eyes on his face. Like, well, let me come save you, big gigantic. I need to weigh him again, see how big he is. Real news, I don't know what that is. Polydactyl? Is that, am I getting banned for hate speech? I don't know. Elisa, he's a grump today. I know, he had that Garfield face. He's just mad. It's nice out. The weather's alright. He's got plenty of food and water. He's just mad. He's just mad for no reason. Mike D's probably 20 pounds. He was almost 15 pounds, I think, the last time I weighed him. Yep, he's big. I'm telling you, he's like a horse cat. Put a saddle on him, he gets any bigger. True Crazy. Gravy is my favorite food group. Me too. You can put gravy on anything. Chicken strips. Gravy on chicken strips is awesome. Fries. Anything. Gravy on anything is good. Not oatmeal. Don't put it on oatmeal. Don't do that. Don't put it on your bowl of cereal. But that's it. Otherwise, it's good on everything else. Nino, he looks like a mountain lion. I know, he's a bobcat. Well, he's a Klaus cat, but it's like a bobcat. Elisa, polydactyl is a cat with an extra toe. No, someone was asking that yesterday. No, he's got all the toes he's supposed to have. I checked. I didn't want to, I didn't know if he was one of those inbred kitties. He's not. He's got all the toes he's supposed to have. He's just got big hands. He's like, his paw is the size of the palm of my hand. He's big. And he thinks he's in charge sometimes. He'll come up and try and like swipe you. Like he wants to corral you to take you to where he wants you to go. He's too big. Yeah, and as he's a Nephilim cat. One of those giant kitties. Miss Jamie, gravy over toast is even good. I believe it. Mike D, camera really does add 10 pounds. Yeah, he's huge. Yeah, Hydrodynamic, we'll be live like 10 p.m. Eastern time or so. We're going to play Forza. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully I see you there. Alright, flipping through the chats really quick, and then we're going to play this last video. Podcast gel. Yeah, I'll have to look that up. I didn't know. I kept reading it as like pterodactyl instead of polydactyl. Just assuming, I guess. But no, he's got as many toes as he's supposed to have. Don Sparks, Klaus needs another toy. He does. I need to put... Well, unless you got a suggestion, I need to put some up on the Amazon list. He loves that one thing you sent him, Donna Sparks, the white box that's got the feather in it. He loves that thing. I gotta charge it every day. He'll go over there and swat at it while it's dead and it's not moving. And he's just swatting at it, looking at me like, Dad, come over here and charge this thing for me. What's up, Amanda? Hawkeye, you'll love yellow tomatoes. They come in little cherry sizes also. Eat them like candy. When I go get taco stuff, when I end the live, I'm going to go down the road to the grocery store, get stuff for tacos. I'll see if I can find yellow tomatoes. And then when we go live at 10 to play the game, I'll let you guys know how it went. Yeah, Amanda, biscuits and sausage gravy. Can't go wrong with that. Alright. So this last video is very short. It's just AOC just having herself a good time at Tucker Carlson's expense. This wicked woman. And it looks like she's making a TikTok video. Look at this idiot.
Tucker Carlson is out at Fox News. Couldn't have happened to a better guy. What I will say, though, is while I'm very glad that the person that was arguably responsible for some of the largest, driving some of the most amounts of death threats and violent threats, not just to my office, but to plenty of people across the country. I also kind of feel like I'm like waiting for the cutscene at the end of a Marvel movie after all the credits have rolled. And then you see like the villain's like hand reemerge out to grip over like the end of a building or something. But deplatforming works, and it is important, and there you go. Good things can happen.
Good things can happen. Tucker Carlson gets deplatformed. It's important and it works, and good things can happen. What? Like, how could you just be such a vile person that you just outwardly are making videos celebrating somebody else's downfall? Who's got time for that? Like, just
prostitute.
I don't know. Who's got time for all that stuff? And then to compare it to a Marvel movie, she has the maturity of a hamster. AOC doesn't know anything. She just looks crazy, makes TikTok videos, pretends that she's a 16-year-old, and the people care about what she says. I don't know. Hope she keeps that energy once Tucker gets back on his feet. I'm sure people want him bad, but I bet there's a lot of contract stuff that we're not aware of, like the non-compete and stuff like that. I'm sure he has to deal with all that, but if he wants to, he'll come back. He's got a huge following. AOC, she just has a following of haters. People just like looking at her to tell her how crazy she is. Gary, AOC, all out crazy. Yeah, she's got those crazy eyes. You can see it in her face. Magic Mika, she looks way too happy. Yeah, like it's her birthday. Like, what does it even do for her? It doesn't do anything. And as her days are coming, yeah, there's no way you can just be radical all the time and not have a downfall. People get tired of that. Nobody wants to be around toxic people. Like your buddies and all that, like you just suck all the life out of them. And they don't want to be around you if you're acting like that. At first, they might be fooled by it. They might be like, oh yeah, let's gossip and act like idiots. But after a while, you're just sucking all the energy out of everything. And people don't want to be around that. Those energy vampires, and that's exactly what AOC is. Adrian, she just told us that we should deplatform her. That's what I heard. I heard the same thing. Here's what says, censorship, it's lit, y'all. Yeah, that is what she said, isn't it? She's like, look at all the censorship. It works, and it's important. Shut up, AOC. You don't know nothing. Sure, crazy deplatform her. She likes it. She loves it. What's up, PB Brown? Appreciate you being here. Gary, it's far better to be alone than be in bad company. You're right. PB Brown, she looks like a chipmunk. She's got crazy eyes. It's one of those girls you don't bring home to mom. Nina, AOC looks like Koala from the Disney. Oh yeah, she is. She's maniacal. She can't hide it because those big eyeballs, they give it away. give it away. Here's what it says: gravy over gravy. Absolutely. But gravy on tacos, what do you think that would be like? I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. Thinking about that, I might be all right. True crazy. Gravy on cereal, I'll try that. I put hot sauce, or I put Diablo sauce on pretty much everything except for cereal, and I haven't tried it on oatmeal. I just don't think it's gonna be good, but who knows? Spicy cereal might be a new thing. I bet the softies will like it. At this point, you could throw up in a bag and sell it to softies if you told them it would like help the grass be green, or it'd help people be more flamboyant. They'd buy it because they're buying whatever anybody's selling, as long as it doesn't make sense. It's the way it is. What's up, Lolo? Happy freedom. High Plains Drifter. Yup. The softies, they're buying whatever you're selling as long as it doesn't make sense. Jeb, she's got demon eyes. She does. It's because she sold her soul. Hawkeye, what you wish on others comes back to you. Yep. There's a lot of... it's not even just religion. It's everything. Because even like when people talk about karma or luck, it's different words meaning the same thing. Whether you're participating in spirituality or you're talking about religion, you reap what you sow. What goes around comes around. What goes up must come down. What you put in the world is what you get back. It's all the same thing. If you wish good things onto other people and you try and do right by other people, it may not be a good day every day for you, but it'll be better for you than most, because most people do not try at all. They have no effort. They don't put any effort into having any kind of integrity or being a decent person unless it's going to benefit them somehow. But when you live like that, you try to do the right thing all the time. If something goes wrong in your life, a lot of times people will stand up for you. They'll help you out. They'll be willing to, fill the gap for you because you're living your life the way, the way that is good for everybody. But then you see people with hate in their heart, and it's a bad day every day, always will be, it'll never get better. It's not good. It's not good, and that sucks the life out of everything. Sucks the life out of your own life. You're just the Walking Dead at that point. I don't know. Miss Jamie, our rewards aren't here, they're in heaven. That's what people believe. One for the team. AOC likes cow udders. She's the one doing it. She's the chupacabra. She's out there mutilating the cattle. What's up, Craig? Happy freedom. Yeah, what goes around comes around, I guess, is the easiest way to say it. But when you're living like AOC and you're celebrating other people's downfall, keep that same energy when it's your turn. When it's your turn to come through a bad day, just remember how you acted when it was somebody else's bad day. That's how it goes. Gary, 99% of failures come from people who make excuses. It's true, you gotta be proactive in life. You can't be scared to fail. Gotta keep going. I can't believe she's so excited about censorship. Deplatforming works and it's important. Tap it. There's a protest in Florida. Let me take a gander. Pretty much running out of time here. Oh yeah, I can't even... Well, let's see what I find. Everything's about Sudan. Everything I'm seeing is all about Sudan. I don't know anything about that stuff, so that's why we haven't been covering it. I worry about stuff going on here. I don't know. I'll have to check on that protest stuff a little bit later. I'm kind of on a schedule today. Toad. They're called Sons of the Fun Suckers. That sounds explicit. But you're right. You're right. Can't let those energy vampires get you. Alright, hooligans, we're going to wrap this up. I'm going to go get stuff for tacos. We're going to do the spiel deal. We're going to do the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we're going to wrap this up, and we will be live again later today, 10 p.m. Eastern time or so, to play the game. We're going to play Forza. It's a card game. It's going to be a lot of fun. Whoa, what was that? I'll turn my TV down. It's going to be good. It's going to be good stuff, so definitely show up for the gaming live. It's going to be fun. Before everybody runs out the door, make sure you go join Gilded. Find the Linktree link. It's in all the descriptions. Click everything on the list. It's the way to go for everybody sticking around. When you get a second, please go to jeffmaclive.com. You can find all of my links listed on the homepage. So find the link to join Gilded for free. Gilded is currently the best way to receive notifications for when and where we go live. Every time we go live, there's a news board on Gilded to keep you up to date with everything going on around the world. And there's a ton of hooligans in there to hang out with all day, every day. So definitely join Gilded. Also on the homepage, you can find links to the merch store if you'd like to grab some merch. We have shirts, hoodies, stickers, and coffee mugs. Everything is displayed in black and white or white and black. But if you find something you like, just click on that item to see all the different colors that that item comes in. Before we go live with the gaming, I will have the new designs up on the merch store. I'll send out notifications. That way you guys know when the Lady Hooligan design is up and the Loud Proud American design. Both of those will be going up today. I'll let you guys know. You'll be able to find it at the merch store. Also on the homepage, you can find links to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Stripe, Zelle, Buy Me a Coffee, and Locals if you would like to support what I do. There's also a link to the Amazon wish list if you would like to send me stuff. It's really easy to use. Anything you purchase directly from the wish list will be sent straight to me without having to send emails, find addresses, or anything like that. It's really simple. And then finally, there are links to the membership programs. We have memberships for YouTube, Gilded, Discord, Odyssey, Rumble, and Twitch. And then jeffmaclive.com itself has a membership program that'll give you access to your own profile for the private social media area. You'll have access to the live streaming area with the built-in chat. And you'll also have access to our advanced messaging system where you have the ability to upload any kind of media known to man. You can text each other, call each other, group text, group calling, group video calling, and all that. We have the ability to communicate and upload media that's ever been done anywhere. And I'm the only one that's in control of the server, so it's the freest place on the internet. So definitely go join up on jeffmaclive.com. All right, hooligans, it's time for the Pledge of Allegiance. All right, hooligans, please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, that's that for now. I appreciate all of you guys being here for another Coffee with Hooligans. We're going to play the game later at 10 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely look forward to that. I'm going to involve the chat as much as possible, so it should be fun. For anybody who doesn't want to watch gaming, don't you worry. We'll have another Coffee with Hooligans tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Hopefully I see all of you there. I'm going to see if I can find some yellow tomatoes while I'm getting stuff for tacos. And then once I get back to the house, I'm going to get all the merch worked out. So we should have the Lady Hooligan design up and the Loud Proud American design. Both those should be up. I'll send out notifications. Make sure you're a part of Gilded or Discord or Telegram or jeffmaclive.com. You'll be the first to know when we go live, where we go live, and when the new designs is available. Plus any kind of funny stuff that I decide to post in there, because that's what I do. I post the funny stuff in the communities. So definitely join up. I appreciate all of you. Big shout out to everyone that made donations, joined the membership program, or purchased any merch. I really appreciate you guys, and I wouldn't be able to do this without you. So thank you so much for all your support. I'll see you on the next live. Until then, stand tall, shine bright, and that's a wrap.
JeffMAC.